fear waking, as she woke every morning, now afraid her mother would be gone. There was desperation in her voice. "Not now," she prayed. "Not yet. You need to wake up." "Shannon, they're gone. They're both of them gone, taken from me." "Shh. Don't cry. Please don't cry. Open your eyes now and look at me." Amanda's lids fluttered open. Her eyes swam with grief. "I'm sorry. So sorry. I did only what I thought right for you." "I know. Of course you did." She wondered frantically if the delirium meant the cancer was spreading to the brain. Wasn't it enough that it had her mother's bones? She cursed the greedy disease and cursed God, but her voice was soothing when she spoke. "It's all right now. I'm here. I'm with you." With an effort, Amanda drew a long, steadying breath. Visions swam in her head. Colin, Tommy, her darling girl. How anguished Shannon's eyes were, how shattered they had been when she had first come back to Columbus. "It's all right now." Amanda would have done anything to erase that dread in her daughter's eyes. "Of course, you're here. I'm so glad you're here. And so sorry, darling, so sorry I have to leave you," she thought. "I frightened you. I'm sorry I frightened you." It was true. The fear was a metallic taste in the back of her throat, but Shannon shook her head to deny it. She was almost used to fear now. It had ridden on her back since she had picked up the phone in her office in New York and been told her mother was dying. "Are you in pain?" No, don't worry," Amanda sighed again. Though there was pain, hideous pain, she felt stronger. Needed to, with what she was about to face. In the few short weeks Shannon had been back with her, she had kept the secret buried, as she had all of her daughter's life. But she would have to open it now. There wasn't much time. "Could I have some water, darling?" "Of course." Shannon picked up the insulated pitcher near the bed, filled a plastic glass, then offered the straw to her mother. Carefully she adjusted the back of the hospital-style bed to make Amanda more comfortable. The living room in the lovely house in Columbus had been modified for hospice care. It had been Amanda's wish and Shannon's that she come home for the end. There was music playing on the stereo softly. The book Shannon had brought into the room with her to read aloud had fallen where she had dropped it in panic. She bent to retrieve it, fighting to hold on. When she was alone, she told herself there was improvement, that she could see it every day. But she had only to look at her mother, see the greying skin, the lines of pain, the gradual wasting, to know better. There was nothing to do now but make her mother comfortable, to depend bitterly on the morphine to dull the pain that was never completely vanquished. She needed a minute, Shannon realized, as panic began to bubble in her throat. Just a minute alone to pull her weary courage together. "I'm going to get a nice cool cloth for your face." "Thank you." And that, Amanda thought as Shannon hurried away, would give her enough time, please God, to choose the right words. Chapter 1. Amanda had been preparing for this moment for years, knowing it would come, wishing it wouldn't. What was fair and right to one of the men she loved was an injustice to the other, whichever way she chose. But it was neither of them she would concern herself with now, nor could she brood over her own shame. There was only Shannon to think of, Shannon to hurt for. Her beautiful, brilliant daughter who had never been anything but a joy to her, a pride to her. The pain rippled through her like a poisoned stream, but she gritted her teeth. There would be hurt now for what would happen soon from what had happened all those years ago in Ireland. With all her heart she wished she could find some way to dull it. She watched her daughter come back in, the quick, graceful movements, the nervous energy beneath. Moves like her father, Amanda thought. Not Colin. Dear, sweet Colin had lumbered, clumsy as an overgrown pup. But Tommy had been light on his feet. Shannon had Tommy's eyes too, the vivid moss green, clear as a lake in the sun. The rich chestnut hair that swung silkily to her chin was another legacy from Ireland. Still, Amanda liked to think that the shape of her daughter's face, the creamy skin, and the soft, full mouth had been her own gifts. But it was Colin, bless him, who had given her determination, ambition, and a steady sense of self. She smiled as Shannon bathed her clammy face. "I haven't told you enough how proud you make me, Shannon."